Hey yo, I know you guys probably hate these, but somebody deleted my Blade Runner 2049 review off my laptop, so this is what you're gonna get. I don't really mean to make these a recurring thing. I know they seem lazy, because they are, but if I don't do it this way, I'm not gonna do it, because I'm not sitting in front of my computer, setting everything up and doing all that again. So, are we seriously out of Mountain Dew? We're out of Mountain Dew. I gotta go downstairs. So, Blade Runner 2049. I hate the first one. I think it's a boring, old piece of shit. But Blade Runner 2049 was excellent, and it was... Oh, the light's gonna disappear. Can I do this? Screen flash on. Screen flash doesn't look like it's on. Whatever. Just get my soda and leave. It's dark and atmospheric. Kind of like, there we go, Blade Runner. So, Blade Runner 2049, if you don't... Alright, I'm begging you right now. That's the other reason I'm just not giving up entirely and putting out something, is because you have got to see Blade Runner 2049 in IMAX. It is the single most visually stunning, immersive movie I've ever seen. Not even kidding. Okay, it's long and it's slow. I wouldn't say boring, but it's long and slow for sure. So definitely take a shot of caffeine, or don't do it when you're tired. There's got to be a one-handed trick for opening soda. But yeah, if Hans Zimmer for the music, which I've been listening to constantly, and Roger Deakins for the cinematography do not both win Oscars, I mean, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to maybe make an upset crybaby video on YouTube, but that's about it. But yeah, Blade Runner 2049. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta fell over. Excellent, excellent, excellent movie. This is definitely one of those like higher, like unconventional levels of film as art, and not like, you know, a shitty Hollywood sequel, which is what I think everybody else has been saying in the review community. You know, the other cool thing is that me and all my friends that I saw this with, this was the first movie where we all actually agreed for once. I think Baby Driver was the only other movie we saw that we all loved. I never reviewed Baby Driver. Oh, I just saw that for the second time again. All right, I'll talk about that when top 10 of 2017 movies comes around. But it's too late for a review for that now. But Blade Runner still has a chance, because it's bombing at the box office, and it's a real damn crime, because when Hollywood actually does something right for a change, nobody goes and sees it, and I guess the studio just overestimated how much of a cult classic and renowned masterpiece the original Blade Runner was. So that's probably why. Which is, again, like I said, a damn shame. My only issue with Blade Runner, I'm not going to talk about the story at all, because it's very, very good, and you should experience the whole thing for yourself. Like I said, I hate the original, and I love 2049. See it in IMAX. If you're going to see it at all, right, I guess you don't have to see it. If you're just not interested, then that's fine, I guess. It's sad because you're missing out on something really good here, or if you could just tell by the trailers, like, I'm not going to like this, then maybe you won't. But if you do see it, and you wait till it comes out on Blu-ray, I swear to you, you will regret it. See it in IMAX. The entire movie is filmed in 3.4K, which is 4K, because, you know, 3,460 pixels across, I think is the number. It's confusing. So Wikipedia has a page, IMAX DMR, that shows all the movies that got IMAX releases. And it shows you whether they were filmed in IMAX or not. It does that in front of the screen too. So if you saw Sully in IMAX, you know I'm a big IMAX guy. Like, seriously, if they had approached me and be like, can you sponsor for us? I would say, hell yes, but Sully. If you saw Sully in IMAX, during the little countdown at the beginning, it says, filmed with IMAX cameras. If you see, and like at number 8, it like erases the black bars with the little laser. If you saw Pirates, it says, formatted for IMAX screens, because Pirates was also in 191 full bar. Excuse me, full tall aspect ratio. I have to switch hands. Same thing for Blade Runner. Blade Runner is actually, I don't know if what Pirates was filmed on, I just don't know off the top of my head, but Blade Runner was shot in 4K. It was shot with the RI Alexa thing, and that's something else that confuses me, because I thought that was an IMAX camera. I thought that was the same thing that Sully was shot on, so feel free to let me know if you do. But it wasn't shot in IMAX, but it's formatted for IMAX, and it's still shot on like a really good camera, so it counts. And it looks damn good. Oh my god. like I said, breathtaking movie. This is what film is all about. This is like that one side of film. It's like atmosphere, immersion, being absorbed in a world with all the sound effects and everything. Hans Zimmer's got like a motorcycle engine, like at part of the score. You know, not a Harley, like, you know, like a shitty Yamaha. It's like it's like in the track on YouTube, which is great. Whenever he's Ryan Gosling's like flying in his little ship car back to the LAPD, it's just like this 30-second shot of like the sweeping. It's fantastic. Really good to see Atari still in business. Well, that's the other cool thing about this universe. So I mean, I did see the original Blade Runner, so I'm familiar with it and of it and how everything works. And this movie is 30 years in advance from that future, because Blade Runner was 30 years in the future from 1982, I believe it was, when it first came out. So that was Ridley Scott projecting the future. And then this movie has that world advanced 30 years, which is really cool because there's this really neat mixture of digital and analog technology. Like, they have floating hologram AIs, but they're still using like keyboards and mouses on computers. I think that's cool. So that was a neat little visual touch. But all in all, excellent movie. I would say my only issue with it is how long it is. And there's a fine line between long, slow, and boring. Those are three completely different things. You got to be careful that they don't overlap. I would say Blade Runner is definitely slow. Blade Runner is definitely long. Blade Runner is not boring. If you throw that in another movie, Lord of the Rings, long, yes. Slow, no, not really. Boring, no, definitely not. But like a shorter movie can be like, well, what's the piece of shit Nicholas Winding Refn did that was Neon Demon? It's like 2 hours, I think. It's like long, no. Boring, yes. Slow, yes. Okay, so they're three different things, and movies can be one of them and not all of them. So, but that's not to say Blade Runner couldn't have been cut down, because the movie's about 9.5 hours long, and I feel like the story could have been told in a good, clean 2. So what probably happened was Denis Villeneuve, which is, I believe, how you pronounce the director's name. He's a Canadian guy. Was like, I have my cinematographer, Roger Deakins. He makes so many beautiful shots for me. I do not know which one to cut. And I'm like, I know which ones to cut. Maybe one of the 5 of Ryan Gosling walking through the industrial mill, just getting there. Like, you can have one to establish a sense of space, to show off your amazing set design work. All those people definitely deserve awards and raises too. Not that they can afford it, because the movie's making pennies back on the dollar. But fantastic world building and creation of a world, of film on the set. So it's really cool to see. For about 10 seconds, you know, one shot of him walking through it, so you know where he's going, you're moving the movie forward. You only need 1. You don't need 5, okay? You could stop right there, I think. That's the thing where the movie does tend to drag on for a lot. But there is definitely substance here. There is a story. I'm not going to talk about it all, but it's a really damn good story. I just don't think we needed to sit through a 14.5-week-long movie to get to it. That's my only thing. I would probably never see Blade Runner 2049 again. I don't want to say that because it was so damn cool and one of the most unique movies I've ever seen, and something that Hollywood just doesn't do anymore. So I want to give it props and credits for that. And I was actually going to go see it again on Tuesday for Discount Tuesday at Cinemark, but I got sleepy and tired from work, so I just went home and played South Park. So, yeah. That's that. I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray when it drops in price for sure, because I do want to own it. My little collection in this little shelf we got down here. And this is the time where I wish I had editing. I'm not gonna edit this. I don't care how long this pause is. I'm just going straight up on YouTube. I'm trying to think if there's anything I forgot. Ryan Gosling's super attractive. Harrison Ford's not in the movie much. So if you're like, oh, the Harrison Ford show, nah, it's 95% the Ryan Gosling show. Actually, same thing with Jared Leto, I would say. Jared Leto's in like 2 scenes. He's really good, but he's barely in the movie. He's more in the short that they Warner Brothers released on YouTube. He's more in that than he is in the movie. So, just saying. But astounding work in visual effects. Remember how I said Dunkirk is probably going to sweep the testicle Oscars? You know, the visual effects, sound mixing, editing, all of that. Not a chance in hell. Those are all going to Blade Runner, at least deservedly so. So, if you want to be there for a landmark in film, see Blade Runner 2049. If you have no patience whatsoever, or you just don't care about... That's the thing, because the movies were so totally different. Like, the first Blade Runner is like this slow, boring-ass, little gritty, dark, dirty, like neo-noir cop mystery thing that just happens to take place in a sci-fi retro future. 2049 is not like that at all. It's like this transcendent sci-fi experience. It's got more in common with Arrival than the original Blade Runner because it's the same director, Denis Villeneuve, and I just love how he formats this stuff. I think this is Denis Villeneuve's best work by far, with Prisoners being a close second. And I think it's Ryan Gosling's probably best movie that I've seen him in. Damn good movie. Excellent, excellent film. I have not met anybody who actually saw it who did not love it. So I would definitely give it a shot. Be willing to take a chance on Blade Runner. And I would give it a 9 out of 10. Whooshing sound effect and number. What was the other thing I had? Oh, I got this code for South Park: The Stick of Truth because at work we got it when we got the copies of The Fractured But Whole, and they came with little codes, and I have no need for it. I already played it on 360, and I literally messaged every single one of my friends, and they're all like, no, they either already played it or don't care. So I'm just going to show it in the video, and whoever gets to it first gets to it first. So there it is. Okay, thanks y'all. Have a good one. Bye.